This is Fred Beck from Frederick's Fighting. I'm joined over Zoom by an OG of the channel. I'm joined by Jeff Mayweather over Zoom. Jeff, it's nice to see you again. How are things? How are you doing?
Um, Everything's all right.
Have you missed me since our last interview, Jeff?
Yeah.
Clearly, Jeff missed me rather a lot. We'll just go straight into it then. The news broke today that Jake Paul will be fighting Mike Tyson. What do you make of this news?
Um, I mean, it's I don't know what to think of it, to be honest. Um, I mean, realistically, I don't think that he has an inkling of a chance to even beat Mike Tyson even now. Um, does he have the value? Yeah, he has the value because I mean Tyson is doing exhibitions as well. So I mean, it's interesting, but I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on with it. I mean, is it just going to be um, one of those exhibitions where nobody gets knocked out, or is it going to be a real fight like his last fight?
If it's a real fight, does that go in Jake Paul's favor more or Mike Tyson's favor more?
Say it again.
If it's a real fight, is that more in Jake Paul's favor? Does that benefit Jake Paul more or Mike Tyson more?
I think Mike Tyson. I mean, the one thing about boxing is that I mean, even if you're Tyson's age, I mean, he still knows more than Jake Paul will ever know. And he has more power than Jake Paul will ever have. So I still can't see him beating Mike Tyson.
Well, okay, because a lot of people I've seen online are picking Jake Paul, and you're backing Mike Tyson here.
I mean, the thing is this is that I mean, who have Jake Paul beat to say he can do anything?
Okay, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Can you give me one name that makes him able to beat Mike Tyson?
Ben Askren for sure.
You think so?
No. But I do like Ben. So
I
shout
mean,
out
don't
Ben
get me
Askren. I
wrong.
met
I
him,
mean,
or I interviewed him.
the
He's a
one
very nice
thing,
guy. So I'm not trying to
no,
discredit
don't get
Ben
me wrong.
Askren here, but
Yeah, but the one thing is this is that I mean, the last thing you lose is your power. And if Mike Tyson actually, works hard and trained for this, I mean, it's gonna be 1 or 2 rounds. And that's for real.
so you think Mike Tyson knocks Jake Paul out?
I mean, I think if it's a legitimate fight, if it's legit, I mean, because we don't know. Nobody knows if it's legit. I mean, they have exhibitions where um they're supposed to go to the end of the last round. And so, I mean, if I think if it's going to be a real genuine fight, yeah, I think Mike Tyson will win.
Wow, okay, that's bold. Do you reckon Mike Tyson will knock him out, or do you reckon it'll be a decision win for Mike?
Knockout.
What round?
Mm. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the one thing is this is I mean, Jake has gotten better, but Mike Tyson know more than Jake will ever know, more than he will ever know. And I mean, and one thing about boxing is this: the last thing that goes is your power, And so if he hits Jake Paul and he hits him clean, fight's gonna be over with.
I agree when you say the last thing to go is your power. But when we see videos of Mike Tyson with a walking stick about a year ago and him looking rather slow, do you not think maybe the footwork or the speed of Jake might get to Mike if Jake can stay away from his power?
What speed?
Well, I'm sure Jake will be quicker than Mike.
Yeah, I mean he should be quicker than him, but he probably ain't. I mean, I just see it this way. The one thing is this: Jake Paul has been boxing for a while, but Jake Paul has not ever fought a genuine, real fighter. Not one. So how can you pick him over? How can you pick him over somebody
that's done this their whole entire life. And I mean, and don't get me wrong, Tyson's what 53?
Mike Tyson's 57.
No, damn. You make it sound a little better now.
Are you still picking Mike now?
No, I'm still leaning toward Mike because of the fact is this is one thing is this is I think that
Jeff.
the power is the last thing to go, and I think that
You're like Jeff
I'm
pause.
saying if Mike
You're like
no if
Mike
Mike Tyson
Tyson.
if
You're like
Mike
Mike
Tyson
Tyson's
trained
53 years old. You're like Mike
yeah
Tyson.
but,
He's 53
no
years
but
old. I'm like he's 57, Jeff, and you're like, damn.
yeah but no, don't get me wrong, I mean still if Mike Tyson actually trains, if he actually can motivate himself to train for this fight, I still see the outcome the same. I still see the outcome being short. I think it won't be no more than 2 rounds.
Wow. Okay, that's bold to say.
I mean, the one thing I said, I mean, if Mike Tyson hits him once clean, that's it. And
Hmm.
I mean, that's still even fighters that can fight that are in their prime. Tyson could hit them, and they'll go. I mean, when you have power, you have power. Power doesn't just because you 57 don't make your power disappear.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I
Power
mean,
definitely leave them, especially when you're a heavyweight as well, and you do know how to punch properly. But what are things with you though, Jeff? You're looking very well. How are things with you and the Mayweather gym? How's your coaching going?
I'm staying busy. Training a couple, young fighters that I think that hopefully one day will be world champion, and just staying busy. And actually, um, right now, I'm gonna be the coach of the combat league, and so I'll be taking on that job really soon. I mean, with less than 2 weeks, and so then I'm gonna have to dedicate my time. I mean, all of my time, pretty much to that.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. You got something going on there, kind of staying active and definitely got a lot of business moving. Just a couple more things before I leave. Any news on Floyd Mayweather? Do you reckon he'll be having another exhibition?
Um, not that I know of. I mean, I know the last one was supposed to have been a rematch with Gotti, but something happened and the fight never did take place because it was supposed to take place on Super Bowl day.
Mm.
So I don't know what happened to it, and I haven't heard anything else about Floyd fighting anyone.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you reckon he'll fight again?
I'm sure he will.
Hmm. I
I'm
reckon it
sure he
will.
will. I
Well.
mean, if
I
the
reckon.
price is right, I'm sure he will.
Hmm. Yeah, I reckon he'll fight again. And one last thing, actually, I do want to check in. How's your brother Floyd Mayweather Senior doing?
He's doing all right. Basically, he's not really going to the gym as much as he used to, but he seems to be all right.
Is he still down in the Mayweather gym a lot, like once a week or once a month?
Um, yeah, maybe about once a month, maybe.
Okay, nice. Nice. Okay. Well, at least he's doing well and he's still busy. Oh, and actually, I remember to say you were at Puerto Rico, weren't you, for Jake Paul's fight about a week ago, last weekend.
Yeah, I was there.
How was it in attendance? Was it your first time in Puerto Rico? Had you been before?
No, I've been to Puerto Rico before. I went to the a long time ago. I went to the WBC convention,
Hmm.
and I mean, it was I mean, it was. I'm gonna say that it was an experience. I mean, last time I went to Puerto Rico, I had a great time. This time, I didn't really have a great time. Um, the fights were nice. I mean, that part of it was nice, but I'm talking about me being in Puerto Rico itself.
I mean, the food was absolutely horrible to me, you know, and and it just, and that kind of just really messed up my whole vibe, because I mean, I was expecting um the food there to be really good, you know, and so I mean that kind of put a damper on my being there, but I mean, the fight itself was nice. I mean, unfortunately, the main event got canceled, and and so and the guy that Jake fought, I mean, the guy hadn't fought in what, 7 years, something like that. I don't know. And then the guy was out of shape. The guy and the guy, you could tell he was a little punchy. I mean, because every time he seemed like he had been, damaged had some damage from boxing.
Hmm.
So it just goes to show that in boxing, you still can go out and find fighters that have great records, but really aren't any good as a fighter.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I guess Jake's on the build up. You got to look at other people's opponents who they fought and their what ninth fight or 10th fight. So I guess you got to be too harsh. But then again, maybe he could have found a little bit of a better opponent. He been to London though, Jeff. You complained about the food in Puerto Rico. A lot of Americans complain about the food when they come over here to London. You ever been to London?
I've been in London.
When were you here?
Um, well, I don't know if I was in London. I was in Scotland, I think.
Oh, that's quite far from London. That's another country.
Okay, well, I think I was in Scotland for the Tyson Fury when he fought Kevin Johnson,
Hmm.
because I was in Kevin Johnson's corner.
Oh, okay.
But wait a second, have I been in London? I think I have been in London,
You
but
must
I'm
have.
not sure. I can't remember.
Hmm. You gonna come again anytime soon?
I don't think anytime soon, but um I was supposed to go to Saudi Arabia, but the timing was kind of bad because we were trying to cover the fights in Puerto Rico, and then trying to get to Saudi Arabia, and it was a lot of the timing just didn't seem to work.
Yeah.
So we came home instead.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, hopefully you have a good time. Hopefully you don't go back to Puerto Rico. I think that's quite a good way to put it, since you're not a big fan of their food. But yeah, Jeff, it is good to catch up with you. I'll see you soon. Hopefully
All
next time in
right.
Vegas or around about in the boxing world. But yeah, I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Who do who do you got in the Jake and Tyson fight?
Oh, are you going to go to it?
No, I'm pretty sure I will.
Okay, well, I'm going to go as well. So I'll see you there. I don't know. I'm, I sit on the fence. I don't do predictions because then one man will get very
Where?
pissed off. If I had to pick one, I reckon Jake. I reckon Jake.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think Jake Paul.
Make,
I think Jake Paul.
okay.
We'll make a bet. I reckon Jake and you reckon Mike. But yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
let's make a bet. Let's do that right now in front of all these people.
What do you want to bet, Jeff?
Mm, let's bet let's say 250.
$250. How much are you making nowadays, Jeff? Wow, you made of money nowadays, huh?
No, I'm not made of money. That ain't nothing. That's not no. But I think that I have a great chance of winning. So that's why. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, who has Jake actually beat? Genuinely speak. Tell me. a fighter that he actually beat that, first of all, ever boxed. Ever. Not the last guy. That show it. That shit don't count. And other than that, he had basketball players, baseball players, soccer players. No. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. The one thing is this, though. It's funny. You see me making jokes about Jake Paul. I actually like the guy though. I actually do like him. I like what he's done with female boxing. I mean, I think that, that's genuine and that's very kind of him to implement, women fighting 3-minute rounds and also, in raising their pay rate, and I think that, he should be commended for that, and I mean, and plus, I mean, I'm not knocking him even for his work ethic. I mean, because he works very hard. He's trying to get better, but still, he's talking about beating one of the greatest fighters in boxing history, and that to me can't be done just because of even because of his age. That still won't be done unless it's the fix already in some kind of way.
Hmm. We'll find out. We'll find out in July, Jeff. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll definitely see for sure. But
Okay.
yeah, I do appreciate coming on the Zoom. And yeah, I'll see you very, very soon. Thank you very
All
much.
right. All right. Peace.